We are children of slaves. Christopher Columbus came to our islands and called our people Indians, being lost and confused. He thought he was in India. But we know the story. He raped, tortured, murdered, killed our indigenous people, thinking he wiped them off. But he did not. He used them to take away all their gold. He tortured them to find out where he could get more gold. It was the money of that time to bring back to Spain, to Queen Elizabeth. And after thinking that there were no more Indians, after thinking that all the rapes, the children being killed, a lot of the people were eaten by dogs. They had to feed their dogs, so they gave them the meat of our ancestors. And after doing all this horrible thing to our indigenous people, our Taino people still live today. We still have their blood pumping through our veins. After all this, in the early 1500s, he decides that he needs more work. There's more gold in the islands. So he asks Queen Elizabeth, we need more people. We must go to Africa, to West Africa, and then starts the trade of African, of human beings, of lives. It was a triangle from Spain to West Africa to the Caribbean. A triangle which was kidnapping, taking slaves aboard ships and bringing them to the islands, to Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico became a place to get gold, gold mines. African slavery was booming at this time in the early 1500s. But then after all the gold is gone, Puerto Rico becomes a garrison where all the slave ships will travel to. Drop off slaves, pick up slaves, deliver slaves. And it was a place where you could import and deliver and ship out human lives, slaves. In 400 years, approximately 15 million slaves had traveled through this triangle of slavery, through our island, Puerto Rico. We are still hurt. We are still in pain. In 1898, the Spanish-American War, Puerto Rico now becomes territory of the United States. We think we're free, but we're not free. We're colonized. We're slaves all over again. Just think about it. They gave a little to Puerto Rico, but they took a lot from Puerto Rico. Today, Puerto Rico is still suffering. We are still slaves. This is the sad story of our people, of our Indian people and our African people. Stand up, Indian. Stand up, Negro. Together, we could win and be free someday.